Hi, everybody. I am back for a part 5 of Beginning Simutrans Extended. What I want to focus on in this video is we have this nice rail line connecting these two cities, but what I want to do is I want to make it so two trains can travel on it. So we have double service. We have twice as much service on it, which will not only increase the amount of passengers using it, because more as is service frequency increases, more people will use the train or use the service. So it will give us additional capacity and make us more money. Because right now, when the train is up here, this part of the track is not being used, so it's kind of just wasted. So I'll show you how to put two trains on one line for fairly cheap. And I was not able to do this earlier because at the time, in the 1850s, the technology did not exist. So the type of signaling that I'm going to use was not available. So here's how I will do it. And we will lose a little bit of money at first, but I'll show you what my idea is. So first, let's send this train to the depot. And what I've done is I have increased the time. I have skipped ahead a couple years. So now, when we go into our train tools, this new type, mechanical signal box, is available. And this is the one we want to use. So first, let's delete this type of signaling right here, the cabinet, because we will not be using that anymore. Because remember, the cabinet means that only one train is allowed on that piece of track at any time. We will also want to replace our train with a newer one, now that newer ones are available. We also might want to we'll upgrade our track again. Oh yeah, so we have a bunch of new ones available. So let's go ahead and let's upgrade our track. Let's just, since we have plenty of money, let's just use the most expensive track. It won't really make a difference. Let me see if I can go over this whole way again, and it'll just do it. Okay, nice, that worked. Let's also delete this bridge. Let's put in a shiny new expensive bridge. Since we have plenty of money from our train service, we're not in debt, and we have a bunch of other boat services that are making us lots of money. So click here, click here. Those are all upgraded. Let's delete this bridge, replace it with a new bridge. Great. Remember to save. Okay, so now all of our track is upgraded. Here is how I'm going to do this. So let's make a new train. Let's pick this. Like I said, I don't really know much about how to select what train to use. Obviously, power is important and price is important. So let's pick. Let's just go with the most expensive one, whatever. Passenger carriages. You can see that a bunch of new carriages have been invented in the 10 years that I skipped forward. So I will use this one. I like this one a lot, the Metropolitan 8-wheel. So we click that, and then it gives us other options on how to extend the train. We want to put I like to get a medium and high class carriage, so second and first class. Just need one of those. We're still only at 2 tiles, which is pretty good. Then we can add a third class carriage, another third class carriage, and then a final third class carriage, which gives us which gives us a huge capacity, 336 passengers, which we will not be needing. But here's what we'll do. We want to go to schedule. Actually, I'm sorry. Well, actually, no, that's not necessary. We'll click here. We will click here. We want to start it. Services. Notice how I did not make that train into a line. That is only so I can see where the midpoint is, exactly where middle is between these two stations. So it looks like it is right there. So what we're going to do is we are going to add a passing loop right here. So we'll send him back to the depot. Now I wonder maybe the issue might be that the time it has to wait at all these stations will be affected. Well, I don't have time to figure all that out, but I'll just show you how to do the passing loop. So, from my judgment, when the train starts here, one train will start here, one train will start here, and I think I'm going to be wrong, but they should meet here. In fact, I'm sure I'm wrong because there's all these other things, but I'll just for the heck of it. So they will meet right here, and they will pass each other. So we will build a mechanical signal box, one-way sign this way. So when the sign is the white side means the train will go through this way. Train will go through this way. Then we'll click on the semaphore token block signal. That way, that way. And what this does is it lets the train reserve the entire way ahead of it. So it reserves all these stations ahead of it. When you have the regular signal, the semaphore stop signal, that will only give it until the next station. That will only reserve the way until the next station. So that's not what we want. We want all of this single track reserved, and the only place to pass is right here. Great. So now we will we'll change it back to line 1. And what we'll also do is change the prices. Because when we made our first train, the passenger carriages were automatically 4th class. But we want to make, since we have so much capacity, we want to make this 4th class, just so lots of people will ride the train. And that's because at this time, 1863, the game makes it so more people, the majority of people use 4th class transport. So now we'll be able to attract lots of people, and let's have it start at 7. Because if we let them both go at once, then they'll both go down. If we started at our main station, Trinity, then they will all both trains will travel down this track and they'll get stuck. So we want them to go this way, so they have to go through the passing loop. So we'll start at Aidentown Railway Station. Copy. So now we have 2 trains, and they both have the same 4th class configuration. Start and start. So now let's speed up the game. See, there they go. First train goes, second train stops, and we click B, and we can see that all of this red track is reserved by this train. And now, when this train passes this signal, the other train is allowed to pass, because when he passes this signal, then he unreserves this track. And there's that train, and yeah, I was really off. Where is my other train? Oh, he's all the way down there? Oh my gosh. So maybe we should have built the passing loop somewhere in here. It's kind of a hard call to make. I'm sure there's some sort of equation I could do to figure it out, but I don't really know how to do that. So why don't we just make a passing loop right here? Yeah, that's perfect. This track is flat. Remember, the track needs to be 3 tiles long to be able to fit the train for the pass. Build a new signal box right there. And the signal boxes have a range. And so you kind of there's a way that you can see the range. It's in the settings. I'm not going to do that right now. So with these signal boxes, they don't have a huge range. It says 4,000 meters. So that would be 16 tiles in each direction, which is not a lot. It's enough for right here. Use semaphore token signal block that way and that way. Then we'll have to put a one-way signal. That way they are sure to go in the direction they're supposed to and see the signal. And that way the trains will spend less time waiting for the other train to pass. Because ideally they should meet directly in the middle, and they will not have to wait for the other one to come by. So here comes the other train. Okay, and it looks like we did a little bit better. See, he passes there. And we can leave this right here. It doesn't really matter. But they should... meet. Okay. Okay, don't look at that. I think we need to delete this section of track because there can only be like basically one passing loop. So maybe I also kind of messed that up. But basically, that's how you do it. That's how you get 2 trains on the track, is if you use this passing loop. And it'll be a lot easier if it's just one station here, one station there. And then you just send the train out, you find the midpoint, and then you build the passing loop right there. So sorry for the poor example, but I hope you see what I did there with the passing loop. Okay, so that is that for now. So thanks for watching. Sorry if my demonstration wasn't perfect, but I tried.